Okay, LukeyMC, if you don't know already, is a fitness influencer. He's pretty funny and I've been following him for a while now, but there's recently been some controversy that I kind of just want to talk about and recap. Like, this is second monitor content. I'll catch you guys up to speed, but basically LukeyMC is a well-known fitness content creator. He's on YouTube, but I'd say he's most well-known on Instagram. And like I mentioned, he is a bodybuilder, he does fitness content. But what a lot of people knew him for was his relationship content. Basically, he used to have, oh, I feel bad for saying that, a really wholesome relationship with another creator, MissViv. She frequented Lukey's videos and they were a really sweet couple. They also made relationship advice videos. Basically, the point I'm trying to make is that they were together and that was like a core essential part of their image. Well, a few months ago they broke up and Lukey made a video addressing it all, basically saying it's private but it's fine, don't spread any hate, let's move on. However, I was there when that video dropped, and let me tell you something, olive oil. Instagram comments wanted to do anything except move on. Basically, all of the comments were really melodramatic. They were constantly going like, oh, love is dead, oh, I can't believe it. At first, I kind of agreed with the comments, I understood it. But then Lukey made a bunch of reels after that, replying to those comments directly, just talking about and mentioning how, parasocial it is and how kind of upsetting it is to have people constantly talk about the breakup and act as if it's, some horrific thing. Basically, all of his responses were telling people, no, love isn't dead. This is just a thing that happens. Essentially just like urging people to move on, to just treat it normally. But I feel like that was a mistake because it just like revealed to everybody that he responds to this stuff, and so more people would do it. But I kind of get it, because how are you gonna not respond to that? It's upsetting, it's parasocial and overstepping, but who am I to say what Lukey truly felt, because that would be parasocial and kind of ironic for me. But basically that also started to die down, but then the drama just got revived again. It got a reboot card, man. It got second wind, some gasoline spilt on the fire, or, whatever, bro. Basically, MissViv got with a new boyfriend who was significantly taller than Lukey. And this is where an uproar began. I constantly watched his videos and I could just see the comment sections go from talking about the breakup to, meddling out, and then talking about how, oh, he's a divorced dad behavior, oh, this is like all this, and then they like turn to hate. I'd say they didn't like his response at the beginning because, he was obviously telling people no, stop. But this MissViv stuff just made it like so much worse. I saw him get comments from people saying, oh, she's getting hate, he's not doing enough. And that was like a part of the controversy, that MissViv was supposedly getting hate from people because she got a new boyfriend who was significantly taller and all the BP and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, there was hate. I saw the comments, there was hate. People were saying there were death threats. I'm not sure about that, but there was definitely hate. Like, I definitely saw her getting hate in the comments. But in my opinion, what are you gonna do? You can't control all of your viewers, you can't control all of this stuff. And to be honest, if you make a video, telling people, oh, stop doing this, guys, I think you're just going to be feeding the people who are doing it. You're just going to be telling them and signaling to them that they can get a rise out of you. So, there was one side that thought she was the villain, and there was one side that thought Lukey was the villain for doing nothing. People were already dragging the breakup. But then they started like talking about why it could have happened, and it just got so much worse. Like, people were just throwing around baseless accusations like Lukey was abusing her, or he was taking roids and that's why they broke up. Like, there was just so much drama flaring up, and there's nothing he could really do. If he responds, it's a loss, and if he doesn't, it's a loss. Then there was just like another unfortunate circumstance where he made content collabing with another woman influencer, fitness influencer, and then all the comments were like, oh bro, you're doing this because she was doing it first. I remember reading all of these comments live and I was like, thank God at least some people in the comments were disagreeing and the replies were disagreeing. But it's like, come on guys, this is kind of parasocial, to assume that he's collabing with other influencers just to get back at MissViv. You know, it was all just horrible, and all the comment sections were full of this, and it was just horrible. It was horrible. And then after that began to die down, you know, as everything always drama dies down, there was still something left, and that was the BP side of things. If you don't know, you know, I'm not going to get into all of it, but the black pill is essentially just saying looks matter, hype matters a lot more than we think. But basically, the reason this came up is because MissViv was fighting people in her comment sections, and a very notorious screenshot came up. I'm not even going to bother editing it in. Not because I'm lazy, even though I definitely am. It's because the screenshot was taken from Instagram comments and it's been shared so many times that the decompression has turned it to like a burnt piece of toast. Like it looks like if you microwaved a rat 100 times over. Basically, MissViv was like, oh, short guys are insecure and they should just date people shorter than them and blah 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 blah. Basically, that made another huge uproar and it kind of left like a stain on the LukeyMC saga. And I might be dramatic, but genuinely, he is leaning into the BP stuff, which makes sense. You know, he's been making a lot of jokes about getting height lengthening surgery and how it sucks to be short and such. I feel like such a creepy stalker, but like, he also made a reel where he talked about, he used like a meme image, he trying to ignore it, because he knows everyone's upset and there's loads of drama, but you know, he's taken the good decision, he's taken the responsible decision, the right decision to just ignore it, because genuinely guys, the secret to battling drama, the secret to avoiding drama is to just stop talking about it. The second people realize that you just don't care, you know, nobody else cares. And you know, the comments are dying out. This is probably the best option. And although some people are still talking about the breakup, and although some people are still talking about the BP stuff, months and months later, you know, at least it's not as bad as it was before. And that's life, guys, you know, that's life, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed my second monitor content. I low-key made a video 2 weeks from before, and I kind of just forgot about existence and doing anything. It's like every time I close my eyes, like my whole screen goes black, and then I forget about everything, and suddenly it's 2 weeks later. You know, guys, please DM me solutions for this, I'll pay you money. Anyway, yeah, this is just second monitor content. This is just kind of a rant video. This is just like a recap on things, and I'm glad it turned out well. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's everything that's happened. I'm fake stuttering at this point. That's the entire LukeyMC saga. That's everything that's happened, and you know, I'm totally not stalling the dialogue and video so it reaches 8 minutes. I'm kidding, I don't even get paid anyways. Anyway, yeah, I feel like in general people make things out to be worse than it is, you know, that's life. There's a famous quote about that, but I'm glad, you know, it's good. As someone who genuinely follows Lukey and genuinely likes him, you know, it's gotten better, you know. People mention things less, and they mention the breakup less, and that's what he wants after all. But you know, guys, respect him, respect his decisions, respect his life, and just move on, guys. Just move on. Well, I don't know why I'm talking to you. You probably haven't done any of this or know any of this. You know what? Thanks for watching. Goodbye.